Hi Aries, thanks for watching. It's a spiritual horoscope, so please take what resonates and let go of the rest. We'll start off with some runes and then we'll actually clarify with some cards. So let's jump in. What does Aries need to know at this time? What does the universe want to bring in for Aries? I feel there's a lot of confusion right now, that like things are very unsettled. And you've got Kanas, which represents an opening. And in this case, you need to be open to a decision coming, that there's changes coming in, and that's where there's that feeling of being unsettled and frustrated. But once you make the decision, the dust will settle, you'll get answers, things will move on, really. But you need to get through this, and I know it can be tough right now, but you will get answers, and you'll get through this, really. So let's keep going. What can we clarify for Aries? You've got Ingus, and Ingus represents fertility, and in this case I want to say that you've done a lot of homework with this situation to make this decision, that there's been a lot of the word that just came in is sacrifice to get to here. But and you're still not, it's almost, the frustration is because you're wanting to get things moving, but it's not moving at the rate that you're wanting it to. All right, let's keep going. There's two. So you've got Othilla and Tiwaz. So I want to start with Tiwaz first, because Tiwaz represents being like a warrior and standing up for yourself, standing up for what you're believing in. And having said that, you still have to look around at the impact that you have with other people around you that are affected by your decision making. But ultimately you have to do what feels right, and that's where Othilla comes in terms of the one word to represent Othilla is an inheritance. But in this case, it's more that I feel like you're getting the answers, and that's the inheritance. It's that, okay, you're getting answers and now you can move on, but you really need to stand up for what feels right. Let's pull one last one. And you've got Langus, and Langus represents going with the flow. So that's where you're getting answers when it's time. But I feel there's still something you need to learn here, and that's where it feels like you need to be patient as you're waiting for the answers. But there's still things that you can look into as you're waiting for the answers. And as I feel there's like 3 other decisions that you need to make, that there's one major one and then 2 other ones that come from it. And that's where going with the flow is important, because I feel there's a lot of emotions involved right now, and the feeling of being unsettled. And that's where going with the flow, not forcing a situation. The words that just came in is pick your battles. And we talked about here, do what's right. But in that, you have to pick your battles, like finding the right time. And just, you really need to trust the universe right now. They do have your back. Things will be okay. You really need to trust. And I know it's hard right now, especially when you're feeling frustrated. And like, I just got a wave that I feel like I want to cry, because that's what you're feeling right now, is just so down. But in those moments of darkness, for lack of a better way of explaining it, you need to trust that the universe has your back and things will be okay in the end. But you need to trust and really go with the flow, and things will work itself out. And if you stay positive, you do the homework, and then you get your answers, it's like, okay, I know what to do now. And that's where things start falling into place. But I know it feels like things are in limbo right now. Let's clarify. What does Aries need to know? See, things will clarify. Look, you have abundance. This is what Fehu represents. So things will work itself out in the long run. It might not feel like that in the short term, but the peace will come back. Things will settle down once, like the dust settles. But trust is the one word I keep having to say. And look, you are getting your answers. You've got Othala again. So it will come together, but you really need to trust that you'll get the answers that you're looking for. And Kanas again, oh my goodness. So things will clear up. And I feel like once you start going with the flow, things will start opening up and the energy starts changing, because I feel all of a sudden you're more at ease. You're not as stressed out anymore. So that's where things feel more positive, because you're just rolling with the punches instead of trying to force a situation. And oh my goodness, you've got Tiwas again. So you really, wow. So you really need to pick your battles and really stand up for what feels right. And truly listen. Here I want to say is listen to your gut feeling. Listen to your intuition, because the universe is trying to give you those answers. And that's where that gut feeling comes in. It is the universe trying to tell you something. So please be in tune to that. Let's clarify with some cards now. What does Aries need to know? What can we clarify for Aries? You've got signs from above. So we talked about that the universe has your back, that you need to trust. Everything will be okay. Look for the signs and have that gut feeling. And that's what they're really trying to show. And look here, you've got the rose. And the rose is a sign of steady progress. So things will start moving, but if you stay positive, do the homework, things will start falling into place. And especially if you just go with the flow. And what I want to say here too is don't be afraid to ask for help. And don't be afraid of asking questions either. Because there's no such thing as a stupid question. Oh my goodness. Okay, let's take a look here. You've got blessings of abundance. And look, you have Fehu. So things will settle down. It will be okay. That peace will come back. But you need to let the dust settle and work through this situation. Work through these emotions. Work through once you get answers. And then it feels like once you have your answers, you've got like an action plan. Okay, now the ball keeps rolling because I can do X, Y, and Z. And so that's where you've got your action plan, but don't force it. Just go with the flow. If something doesn't happen one day, okay, fine. There's another day tomorrow. But just keep going with that kind of attitude. Play music and confidence. So the confidence is in the universe that they do have your back. Things will be okay. Confidence in yourself, because you've got Tiwas twice now. So trust your gut feeling. Have those conversations. Be mindful of the people around you. Don't be afraid of asking for help. And play music. So it's like, I want to say there's dancing involved. That there's like, don't be afraid. Even if you're cleaning, don't be afraid to crank up the music and just let go, instead of being so rigid with the situation and schedules. Just, I heard the word laugh and have fun and find the happiness in the little moments, even though there's all this feelings of, I heard anguish and upset, but just find happiness in the little things. So once you go at bed at night, think back to your day and find 3 positive things. And it could be something so small, but at least you're forcing yourself to find the positive in every day, even in these periods that you feel everything is so dark, and it'll help change that mindset to just keep going. All right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed it. This is what I have for you at this time, and thanks for watching.